Taiko is actually a form of cultural resistance and resilience. Taiko could send one message to the community right now: resist.
Immigrants are welcome here!
We're in a period where there's a lot going badly for people of color in particular, immigrants especially. I'm Stan Shikuma. I'm a sensei and senior member of Seattle Kokon Taiko. I started playing Taiko when I moved to Seattle in 1981. Taiko is just the Japanese word for drum. Taiko's been used for thousands of years in Japan. For the Japanese American community today, I think Taiko has also expanded its possibilities and its power. Taiko can be a personal journey of identity and exploration of what it means to be Japanese American, Asian American. It's also a way of connecting with other communities. This is my father and my mother. During World War II, my mother's family was taken from Shelton, Washington to the Tule Lake Camp in Northern California. Growing up, my family hardly talked about the experience at all. It was actually a very traumatic, it was clearly a life-changing experience for everybody.
Internacional de Migrantes.
Today, we see in the immigration policies of the Trump administrations a lot of the same things that happen to Japanese Americans. There's vilification of an entire people based on who they are or what they look like or what their last names are, rather than anything that they've actually done.
There's a lot of similarities between the current immigrant experience and what my family faced. My mom's dad was incarcerated in Minidoka. My great-grandfather on my dad's side was incarcerated in a federal facility in Santa Fe. And because he was a community leader, he actually passed away in that camp, separated from his family. So when I see family separations like on the news or at the Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma, it not just breaks my heart, it infuriates me. Because how could we still have these things happening in our country?
And all of those communities are in great fear right now because of the immigration policies. API Heritage Month is meant to explore and celebrate the heritage of Asian American and Pacific Islanders and Native Hawaiian people in the United States. But actually what we ought to be looking at is what are the problems and threats that we continue to face. And immigration policy is a big one. Housing, healthcare, education. For API Heritage Month, that we need to be talking about all of those issues, not just the so-called good things. I've been going out to the Northwest Detention Center, the ICE facility in Tacoma, Washington, since 2019. We were doing sound rallies. We know that Taiko can travel through prison walls.
When Stan and I performed in front of the detention centers, it was a way of letting them know that they weren't alone, because they could hear us in there.
And that gave them hope, to know that they weren't forgotten, that they weren't isolated.
Solidarity is all we have. All we have is each other.
Contingent of Japanese who had arrived some days earlier.
Nobody came to help the Japanese Americans during World War II, and that adds to the trauma. So we're trying to help other people, because we know what that means for future generations. Taiko helps keep me going in difficult times. It also gives a way to express yourself and to appear in public in a non-threatening way for most people and still be able to make a statement.